was all else. You know, when the teacher was
Well, how you doing? He was on the phone with the person that know it, yeah, right?
He lives in Harrison.
He's on a three-way call, of course, he didn't have.
Lives in-
But him and another.
background.
She works at Harrison.
Well, damn, it's just that deal.
You can-
And it just got worse.
I never did it.
Yeah, but it ended up the way it needed to.
Okay, if I can have your attention, it's 6 o'clock. If I can find a microphone, and we will go ahead and get started. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call, James.
Josh Earl,
Present.
Gwen Hoffman,
Present.
Mitch Magnus,
Present.
Larry Phillips,
Present.
Charlie Pierce,
Present.
Reed Petty,
Present.
Joel Williams,
Present.
Wayne Combs.
Present.
You have a full vote.
Okay, thank you. Wayne, would you pray for us, please?
Will do. Please stand. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you this evening, thanking you for this beautiful day that you've given us. Lord, as we go forth with the business of the city tonight, we just ask for your guidance in every decision that we make. Lord, tonight we just ask you be with all the Pace Industry families and be with them. Give them guidance and directions on the way they need to go. And Lord, tonight we ask a special blessing upon the Christian County Sheriff's Office and the officers, two officers' families that was killed this week. Be with them, bless them, and give them a good future. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Join me in pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Be seated, please. Okay, could I have a motion to approve minutes of February 12th, please?
Motion.
Second.
We got a motion and a second discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you. Let's jump into department reports. Chief Grady?
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. I've shared the written report for, the monthly report for, January. Didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I know we have a large agenda tonight, so I was not going to elaborate, but I would take any questions if anybody has any questions.
Okay, thank you, Chief. So, Wade, Public Works.
I'll be brief. Goblin Drive project progressing nicely. They actually got a phase of asphalt down today. We did have issues with our paver not getting out of the way of some school traffic right at the beginning of pickup, but they worked through that. And that will not happen again. But RDOT projects in town are moving along pretty good. They've finally started the Hester harness realignment and getting that project going. So really excited to see that one. Looking forward to it being finished. I've got 3 projects or 3 different contracts out to bid right now. Our annual fuel contract, we'll get those bids in March 10th. I'll get them presented next month, as well as our 2026 paving contract and the wastewater plant screen replacement. Those bids are scheduled to come in March 11th, so I'll get those on the agenda for review and approval at one of the meetings next month. We actually have 6 contractors looking at the wastewater plant screen replacement, so that's pretty rare for here. I'm kind of excited about that. Bill grant for Gibson was submitted, and other than that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. All right, Wade, thank you. Let's move on to Mark, Public Works, Chief Lowry. And not Public Works, your fire department.
So say, you gonna be something else to do?
Public Works.
Council Mayor,
Yeah.
I got the report for you all. Again, I'm gonna keep it brief, so I'm not gonna talk about anything. If you all have any questions, I'll certainly be glad to answer those if I can. All right, thank you all.
All right, Chief Lowry, Fire Department, thank you. Luke, Finance. Okay. David, you have anything tonight that you want to? Okay, okay, good. Chuck, it's all yours.
We're at 5,020 members and, at Creekside, which is good. We got back over 5,000. We just finished some construction out at the complex for safety for dugouts and putting up safety nets for foul balls. So that'll be done this week. And then we're getting ready for all our high school stuff and travel stuff the next few months. So that's what we got going on at Parks, unless you have any other questions. Thank you.
All right, this is that time of year. Every year, mayor is required to present a state of the city to the council and to the community, by March 1. And so we got a couple days left. I think it needs to be today. James?
Are you going to do the pace?
Yes.
First?
Yeah, we're gonna keep that down. You're charging. Okay,
Okay.
okay, I'll let you. Yeah, James is charging the clicker on the state of the city. We want to share a slideshow. But I think first, it's important that we share everything we know with you about Pace Industries. Of course, yesterday was probably one of the darkest days I've encountered. I've had many, but it was along those lines. And it was a horrible day when you think about 178 employees no longer having jobs here in a couple of months. It's just terrible. I actually took 2 sleeping pills last night and I still didn't sleep. But today I wake up and everything has been a great day. So, and it really has. We've had a lot of things happen today that have been really good. But as far as Pace is concerned, we immediately jumped on a few things. Jeff was out of town, but we communicated in the morning because in the morning we were supposed to receive an official letter. We never received that until later in the afternoon, but I think we felt confident that the news was true. So we communicated, Jeff reached out to Provalis with hopes that Provalis can maybe move up their timeline. In addition to the big building that we are transitioning for them, they are going to also take a building on the other side of the square, and they're going to do a lease with the owner, and that's all on them. They're going to use that for a training facility, and we could have a total of as many as 40 people in there, and they're going to move quick. And so that was really good news. And they assured Jeff that they'll, knowing what they know, they'll go ahead and move quick. I also received a link. They will today, I think they already have been, but we can share the link to their page to where people can fill out applications. If you've got people that want to fill out applications, even if it's a few months away, I would encourage them to do so. The college is on board. We'll talk about that a little later, but they can do a lot of training. They're one of 2 that are able to do training for Provalis. So a lot of Provalis is probably happening at the right time, but there's a lot of other good things happening. I reached out to AEDC and I know Jeff spoke with them also. They, they want to get all the information they can get on the building. And I've actually had a few calls from private individuals that wanted information on the building. So I've asked the people I'm talking to at Pace to communicate with the AEDC, give them all the information. And maybe there's somebody out there that needs a building that would come with a workforce and maybe even equipment. So there's a lot of details that we don't know, but we're trying to get people in the right direction. So with that said, Jeff, would you like to make a comment?
Sure. Basically, the mayor touched on a lot of what I was gonna comment on. It's like, yeah, we're the chamber and the city mayor especially, we've been working very closely together to try and address this issue. Especially being sensitive to the number of employees that the community is going to lose, the jobs that are going to be lost. 178 is a big hit. The city and the chamber have been working with Pace on putting on a job fair. Originally, our plan was to do it as early as next week. Pace has asked that we postpone that to a later date. For various reasons, they had plenty of reasons on that, so we've agreed to do that. The date that we're looking at now is Saturday, April 11th, and the venue will be at Creekside. So we're gonna be utilizing the chamber's membership list to kind of go through and invite companies to come out and participate in this job fair. I want to highlight that it's not limited to just chamber members. We're encouraging every and all companies that are in Harrison or in the region to participate in this, and I'll also be working with some of the other chambers of commerce that are in the area to kind of bring people in.
I've got some news on that.
Oh, good. Other than that, you guys touched on North Arkansas College, the job fair that they're having there. We've been working with them on that. It's on the 12th, so there's another opportunity for the employees to kind of reach out and look for more employment. The chamber's putting together a list of all the available jobs that we can find. They're in the region right now. We're gonna post it on our website and advertise it on social media. Mayor talked about Provalis, so that is definitely an option. We're waiting to hear back from them from their board of directors to see if they can, step up, basically fast track their production here in Harrison. It's a legitimate option, so I'm hopeful on that one. And then again, we've worked with AEDC and with Joe Willis with NWAEDD on finding services that are available right now that we can make available to the employees, especially the ones that got laid off on Tuesday. That's primarily what we've been working on. A lot of moving parts, a lot of things we've been doing.
Exactly. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Mayor.
Appreciate you. And what you alluded to about another job fair, that's where I want to go right now. I wasn't aware of it. She called me a couple hours ago and shared with me about the career fair that you're having on March 12th. I'd like Mickey Summers to come up and explain that, because Jeff, I'm going to recommend this be our job fair. So let's see how this goes, but she's got it right now, and she's got a lot of companies already signed up.
Thank you so much, Mayor Jackson and council members. We do have an annual career fair this time every year, but it just so happens that this one's at the perfect time. We have around 60 employers that come. They interview people on the spot. We ask people to bring their resume, and they hire and interview right down in Pioneer Pavilion. So we encourage everybody to come. This year, the Arkansas Division of Workforce Services is bringing their mobile unit. That's an RV with internet and computers. They're bringing staff so people can come in, and they will help them file for unemployment and work through the forms with them. So please let everybody know that information. And then the college is also going to provide access to college and career coaches. We have resume workshops available, professionals that can help with that. And if there are individuals who want to upskill, we have 37 career in a year programs that can be finished in under 12 months. And those are welding, automation systems, integration, and accounting, just a variety for all different skill sets. So we hope to work with the city and the chamber and have a meeting on campus soon. And the college is dedicated to helping make this transition a fresh opportunity and a fresh start for all of the displaced learners.
Thank you. That was great all this afternoon. I was not aware of it, and boom, here it comes. So this might be a bright light. We can communicate with Pace management tomorrow. This has taken place, and it was from 9 to noon, something like that. I think the other thing, I don't know if we mentioned, the employees are guaranteed 2 months. So the 70 some that were released yesterday, they're going to receive 2 months pay. And the ones that are working are guaranteed to be employed or receive a check for 2 months. It's not a long time, but it's a couple of months. I want to personally thank Rhett Bramlin for the wonderful video that he put out last night. I know that's got a lot of shares, and I know Wayne prayed for the families today. And I think we all need to continue to pray and don't quit praying, because this could be a long process. But I will tell you, I've learned some things today that are very exciting about the future of Harrison. And when the future of Harrison improves, these employees are gonna have a lot more opportunity. So hopefully we can turn this around and be a real good thing. My very first year, we encountered something very similar, like Steel closed. And they had 109 employees. It wasn't long before that, Levi closed. And they had a lot of employees. Well, it wasn't long before that. Yeah, it was 30 years before that. But that was quite a devastation to the community when Levi closed. And it seems like Flex Steel, after a matter of a month or two, they were all employed somewhere. So hopefully the same will happen, and we'll keep in touch. We're working every day on this. So I just want to, the families to be assured we love them, we care for them, we're thinking about them constantly, and we're going to do everything it takes to help them in any way we could. So that's it for PACE. Al, we can.
No, Mayor.
Yeah. You go to places and things don't work, and we've practiced this twice. And, let's hope it works. So here we have the state of the city. I'm going to run through this fairly quick. Most of this stuff you're aware of, but boy, when you look at it all together, the things we accomplished last year are just amazing. So let's go. The first is City Hall. It's not. Yeah, it's not. Here we go. Anytime I'm sitting in a conference and that IT doesn't work, well, this one now.
I don't look good shot.
Okay, we talked about Corvallis an awful lot, and like I said earlier, they're actually gonna up their numbers from, 150 to whatever they have across the street, because they're committed to 150 in the building. They were actually in town last week. We went over some of the thoughts on the floor plan. We had the architect here with them, so hopefully we can be moving on that fairly soon. No. Help me, guys. Well, downtown projects, we've got a lot of downtown projects going on. You all know that we probably a couple of years ago put together a team to focus on downtown, and so much has happened. And thank you, just keep rolling. Main Street, that's going to do wonders for downtown. We've got a board in place. They meet on a regular basis. They're going to be offering grants to people that are located downtown to improve the front. So, there is so much, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. The historic district. This is one of the best things that we've accomplished. Wade brought this up about 1.5 years ago. When dealing with historical buildings, we were dealing with Little Rock, and things didn't go as quick. They never do as we want to. And Wade mentioned if we put together a historic district, they can help with historic buildings and maybe speed up the process. And I love to hear speeding up the process. The next slide will show you the 5 people that are on that commission. And these are highly skilled people that we had to fill slots that become commissioners. So they meet on a regular basis. We did the fire place downtown, and that's just worked out perfect. Just perfect. It was the right size. It's right. We didn't buy any land. They're right there at Creekside. If something happens, boom. The community center, we got an award from the chamber. God, it seems like years ago. And it was just 11 months ago when we got an award from the state, Trendsetter Award. We've received 2 of those in the last 3 years. Those are big deals. So Yeah, all to do with Creekside, and there's Creekside again, the activities. We started Creekside with the thought, we're gonna have basketball tournaments. And then a month later, we come up with something else. And Chuck comes up with something else and something else. And every weekend, things are happening at Creekside. And they're not basketball tournaments. So we're gonna have basketball tournaments, but we've got a lot more going on. We built 4 pickleball courts, thanks to Rotary stepping up, and they partnered with us. You may have heard me say a lot, I like partnering with people. We partner with Matt Bell a lot. I feel like I partner with the county a lot. Thank you, Tyler. And the bridge, we thought, oh my gosh, we're gonna tear this bridge out for 2 years. Oh, the people are gonna go crazy because we remember what happened at Wendy's. You remember that? That was, oh my gosh, the phone just kept ringing. We haven't had a call in 2 years complaining about the bridge. And we're just months away. We don't know the exact date, but we're very close. That'll be wonderful. The airport, oh my gosh, thanks to Judy McCutcheon. I mean, everybody loves Judy, but what she does is amazing. And she has got a board of directors that are top notch, understand airports and pilots and the whole mess. And we're going to get a brand new $7 million terminal. And this is the front door to people that come here through air. And when they walk in there, it's going to be like when they walk in our lobby out there. Oh my gosh. So the amp cooked up, and we probably had 5 or 6 concerts. We've got a great thing going with Explore Harrison. Matt Bell and his team work on some. Thanks to David Wilson, who loves music, works on others. Camp Jack, that opened after the 2.28 remodel that the federal government gave the money for. And it's a fabulous place. There is not a veteran resource center probably anywhere that's as good as Camp Jack, and we've got great people running it. And Camp Jack, it's a great place. Rose Hill Cemetery, that was an event that took place, I think it was just a couple of months ago. Because it was cold outside, so it had to be winter. And they received, the cemetery received a historic status at that time. We celebrated that, but we also celebrated a scout receiving his Eagle badge by improving the arch up there. So it was actually a dual purpose that morning. We actually had a pretty good crowd, and it was cold. A national chain, we're getting more and more calls. We spoke to 2 national chains in the last hour that want to be in Harrison. We are so proud to have Culver's. Culver's is a brand that even Mountain Home doesn't have. So we are so excited about having Culver's. I put this up here for a reason. We started this over a year ago. We knew we had all these photos of the mayors. They were in the old wood frames. We didn't know what to do with them. We put them in the closet. Christine went to work with a guy named Don Crosswhite, and it took a year, but they come up with this. I think this is a masterpiece, not because I'm not there, but this, to walk in and see these pictures and be able to see who the first mayor was and all of them, the history. Mitch, this has got to be something you can use with the 150 celebration.
Absolutely.
It's sitting right there. And you might want to send them all invites, but there's probably only 5 that'll attend. No, I mean, it really is. That's remarkable. Christine, you did a terrific job. That's Culver's again. We had a tree lighting ceremony downtown that was one of the best. Sometimes you have these smaller events. There were 200 people there, and it was just very touching. You know, we had people there singing, we had all the lights on, we had businesses open. It was just a great event. We're gonna have that every year at Christmas, and we're gonna watch that tree grow. And so that's the Christmas tree lighting. And oh wow, what a day this was. Donna Bramer, you remember this? This, and Wade, you've been working on this for 8 years. This is the roundabout, the first. And Donna and I went up there one day, the first day, of course, and the cars are driving by, they're honking, they're waving, they're giving us the thumbs up. And man, it was so excited, and boom, there came the buses. A whole line of buses, and they came around that roundabout faster than the cars. It was something to see, and we haven't had one complaint. You know, it's working well, isn't it, Dr. Brett? And we have another half of one built right now. We'll probably need another half, but we'll do. The Public Works, and we're working with RDOT on several highway improvements. Again, we usually partner with them on everything that happens. And we have 3 different projects that are underway right now. Airport lighting, signals at the airport and 65 Airport Road. That is much needed. You know, we've had a lot of accidents up near there, and hopefully slowing down for a signal light will help cut down on those. They've actually got them installed. I think those are the temporary ones, but they're going to install other ones at Walmart. And then the Hester Harness project is underway right now. And I know you have seen the road cut in there. This is going to be fabulous when it's done. We will no longer be driving through the bank building. I don't know how that ever started, but that's been with us 30 years. But we'll have a direct route right through there. And then all the lights at one time, it'll be after I'm gone, they're going to connect from Taco Bell all the way to the airport, and they're all going to be synchronized. They never have been, so they will now. And that'll help move traffic by. Public Works, what they are doing right now, you've already witnessed a paving job that they did this year, last year, spent over $1 million. And I think they paved 6 miles this year. They're going to start any day now. They're going to pave 10 miles of city streets, and they're going to spend nearly $2 million. This money comes from the infrastructure tax that's on the ballot next week. So 2026 is going to be another great year. Mitch is heading up a committee called the 150. They've been putting a lot of plans together. Harrison is celebrating 150 years since that guy was here. So that's going to be a big deal all year long, mainly May to July 4th. Again, the RDOT partnerships. We also have this year starting widening the bypass. That's going to be another big job. It's going to include the major intersection down there and a lot of the bypass much wider. We had just applied. Thanks to Wade, we applied for $17 million grant, build USDA grant. So that's been applied. We've had a lot of support from federal people and state people in applying for that. Hey, Dollar General's coming back. And we really do look forward to that. That was a real necessity downtown, and coming back as a brand new store. Oh, that'll be just wonderful. And I think on the other side of the square, right next to Provalis, next to the new restaurant that's going in, we're going to open that space. We're sharing it with Provalis. They get the back half, we get the front half. That's going to be built for public use. It's going to be a wonderful place. You're going to see it over the next couple of months come alive. So hopefully that'll be great. And yes, they're still coming. They're coming again. TJ Maxx. So I actually called her recently because it has been sitting. She told me April, May, and hopefully April Well, she said, "We've had a little delay, but we're on target. We're coming." So that's all we need to know. Kiwanis partnering with a new park. This is out at the north side of town, next to the sports complex. And we're gonna have almost, Chuck, everything that we have down at our main park. Maybe a little smaller, but not a lot. It's gonna be a playground and a splash pad. Splash pad for the money has been the best thing we've ever done. So that's coming, here's the team, folks. Everything you've seen, and I think it's been a lot of accomplishments. These are the people that make it happen. And I just couldn't be more proud to work with this group of people, along with the council. Not only this council, we've had several councils over the last 8 years. And it's just been a joy to work with all of you and the team and the staff and the people of Harrison. You know, I think we've got a lot of momentum, and there's no limit to what we can accomplish. Oh, look at that. Harrison, along with 4 other towns, are at the bottom when you want to look at sales tax. All the others, and these are towns between 10 and 20,000, we are at the bottom, and we plan on staying at the bottom. I really think we are doing so much more than other towns, and we're doing it for less, because that indicates less. And I think we can continue to do more, because revenue, let's face it, revenue has been very good. And I think Luke might mention something about revenue. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you all, and let's move on. Okay. New business. It looks like Mitch.
Mr. Mayor, we have the 2024 water audit that Luke is going to speak to. I've reviewed and asked him a few questions. Once again, for the general public, you can rest assured that we're good stewards of your money. There are no findings in our water audit. Once again, after a decade, we continue this record. Luke, anything you want to add?
No, again, thank you for mentioning that. Again, another clean audit. That's what we want to hear. It's what we want to see. You know, we're in a good position where our water and sewer is right now. Of course, we've got other items we're working on in water and sewer, and we'll continue to do so. So.
I would make a motion, we approve the audit as presented by finance.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Who seconded that motion?
I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Next item, Mr. Mayor, on the agenda is the presentation of preliminary financial statements for December. And Luke, once again, this is preliminary, and we'll have to at some point approve actuals to budget. So any comments that you want to make in regard to financials?
Yeah, just as an annual reminder, we cannot close December until we have surpassed the last day of February. It's a legality based off of our legislative audit. So they just want to make sure that we're getting all of the expenses and revenues in the right year. And so we've been tracking that. We're actually kind of ahead of schedule this year. So we're hoping to start that legislative audit a little bit quicker than what we have in the past. And what you have there in front of the financials, everything's good to report. You know, we're in the best financial position we've been in for a long, long time. And sales tax continues to do well. And so we're excited about that. But we're going to keep plugging forward, because there's always something that we can do to improve.
And I'd ask council if you have any questions. I know you're just receiving them, but there's nothing, as I reviewed them today, earlier, Mr. White sent them to me. I went through them. I found nothing that I was concerned about. We do have a couple of, at the end of the year, fire came in at a deficit, but we built a fire station, so you would expect that.
Right.
So there's nothing in there that you would look toward any problem.
Okay.
Just informational, and since it's preliminary, there's nothing to vote on.
Oh, is that it for you, Mitch?
Yes, sir.
Will.
Committee.
I'm sorry.
Until the next item, which I think.
I know it'll be moved to you, but I'll start with Reed on the next item. I know it'll come to you.
We are fortunate, with respect to the Harrison anniversary, 150th, to have a project that is led by Mr. Mitch Magnus. So Mitch, back to you, sir.
Okay, the mayor spoke to this in the State of the City address. And one of our committee members, in fact, two of them are here tonight, not add anything that they see that we missed. It's a significant celebration for our community and for our nation. America is celebrating their 250th anniversary, and Harrison is celebrating its 150th anniversary. We have some very special plans for the community on May the 1st. We start out, that was, even though the sign over here says March the 1st of 1876, we think it's May the 1st. And so we're going to have something on the square where the mayor will come down and read the proclamation. He will be in period costume and read the proclamation that incorporated the city of Harrison. May have a few other guests there, an essay contest that we hope to have, and possibly some walking tours around the square. And then later we will have music on the square, not tied to this event, but we hope to be down there and help with that celebration. We hope to have a car show on the 2nd on Spring Street, May 2nd. And those events, all of these things are in conjunction in the celebration. But what we're trying to do is simply give somebody for 90 days, we'll celebrate the entire year, but we're giving them special events over these 90 days. And the next event would be June the 6th. On June the 6th, we're going to have a gala, as it's pronounced in the South. The mayor reminded me, not a gala, a gala here in the South. And we will be acknowledging and 5 businesses, both in current operation and some in past, and then recognizing a local citizen that for a very special reason. So that event, we're looking at a venue for it right now. We've almost got all of that wrapped up. That'll be a very special event for these companies and for the community to celebrate our past. In fact, our theme is celebrating our past, building our future. We've already, if you go around the square, you'll see some of the banners with the new logo that we have there. And we're going to have some banners around different events. And so we're going to piggyback on other events and be there. The main event, once again, May 1st and May 6th. And then the final event will be on the July the 4th. We hope to have, in conjunction with the fireworks, the Explore Harrison is going to have the logo for the celebration in the sky for everyone to see. And then we hope to have a few events. We're still in the planning stages. We've got a while to go, but that gives you some idea of what we have planned.
All right.
You got anything to add, Donna? Anything you want to add to that?
Did a good job.
Yeah, the committee.
I think we look great for our 150th birthday.
Oh, gosh. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would interject that the Sons of American Revolution will be dedicating a monument there on the east side of the square in honor of our only Revolutionary War soldier here in Boone County, George Milam. And then on the other side of the mark will be his son, Samuel Milam, who was born in 1812. So that's pretty much historical significance on the courthouse campus.
Our community is rich in history, and we hope to participate and advocate and promote those events as much as we can. And we hope everybody sees not only the theme for us is you look at the past and you celebrate it, but you look at the future that we have.
Yeah.
It's tremendous what this community is going to do in the next 40 years, 50 years. Can't wait for the 200.
I agree. Thank you, Mitch. Is that it?
That's it.
Backpedal a minute. It was just brought to my attention. One of our key leaders was left out of the picture, and we sure apologize. Chuck has been an amazing park director this last 8 years. I mean, what he's doing down there is just incredible. Chuck, we apologize. So sorry about that. We'll do better next year. So, I think we have Wayne. You're next, Wayne.
All right, my first one out of several is resolution number 1346. It's a resolution adopting an artificial intelligence policy for the city of Harrison, Arkansas in compliance with Act 848 of 2025 and for other purposes. This time, I'm gonna turn this over to David and let him fill us in.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, the state passed in 2025 Act 848 that requires every municipality, city, some other public entities to have an AI policy. So this is just kind to bring this in line with that. And this policy, hopefully you've had a chance to read it. First off, anybody have any questions of it, but I'll explain a little bit. Did anyone have any questions if they read it first?
I was just confused between a couple of whereases.
Okay.
It's stating here. It talks about using AI, but then it says specifically prohibits the use of AI. So it was a little confusing to me. Section D, Act
848 specific prohibits the use of AI automated decision tools by public. I believe what that means is, and I think it explains a little bit more further down there. I think that what it means is we're not supposed to use AI for final decisions that may affect decisions for the
see
city.
that, but it was just like, okay.
Maybe a little not clear.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at that a little bit further. That's the whereas section D of Act 848.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments or questions on the AI policy? Okay.
What happens, we're mandated to prove this. What happens if we don't?
Well, I don't know, really. I think there's really no deadline. There's no rush to do an emergency clause or anything like that. I think we can come back next month and do it again and work on that section. That's fine with me.
Any reason why we would? I just wondered what the ramifications were. A lot of people trust AI and a lot of people don't.
And that's part of the big thing we have is, there's certain things that AI is I think most of us have used it and it's very beneficial. It's handy, but you gotta be sure to check your sources on there. It's not completely accurate. And one of those things is putting information out there that you may not want other people to see. You don't want to put social security numbers or personal information. And part of that is why we're going to have employees read the policy, sign it, so it shows they're in agreement with it. So it's kind of I know I'm going to be coming to you soon with the security policy, data security policy. That's just another thing the state is requiring of us. So. But
Okay.
yeah, so I'll work that. We'll send out a new one next month and we'll just do it again. It's no problem. Thank you for pointing that
One
out.
question here.
Yes, sir.
Do you anticipate that AI will have an impact on workforce here within the city? Will it displace any workers?
I don't believe so. I know the mayor and I have sat in, and maybe a few others, Donna, we've sat in on some different trainings. And I don't think so personally. I think it can help people do their jobs more efficiently, especially when running with a limited staff. It is personally for me, I'm very careful what I put out there, but I ask it questions because I don't have anybody else on my team to ask right now. I do have an intern, by the way, from the college that's been very helpful here lately, for sure. But it can be very handy. And one of the ladies that taught one of our classes here at the college a while back, she said that the only people that in the long run, in the future, that are in danger of losing their jobs are the people that don't adopt this or learn AI. It's a tool. It shouldn't be your primary way of doing business, but I think it can be a very useful tool. used in the right way.
The only other concern that comes to my mind is AI has a perceived characteristic of being very fast. And very fast is often at odds with being very safe.
Mhm.
So I would hope two things. One, that people don't need to worry about their jobs being displaced.
Right.
Second, that we do continue to take the time to review aspects that may have safety implications thoroughly.
I want to give an example, if I may, read to speak to that. We had a employee, and he's told me I could use this information. He asked me to install an AI program on there. I don't know, Claude AI. He asked me if I could install that on there. He had some research to do, pre-treatment person down at our wastewater treatment plant. And he was able to use that. He told me later, he said, normally that would have took him at least 48 to 72 hours. He got it done by using AI in 6 hours that day. Normally, and it would have been some cost associated with that. So that's an example where it just helps us to be more efficient and another tool, but yes. One of our instructors that I said in a class, he said that AI is only, and I kind of think it's higher, but only 80% accurate. So that's why it's very important not to believe everything you put out there and you see.
Well, if they tied into Facebook, it'd be 100%.
Yeah, Facebook.
Review of AI results is critical.
Yeah,
Very critical.
it is. You're right, Reed. Thank you for saying that, because really we've got, anytime you use it now, if you've ever used Siri on your phone or anything, you're using AI. AI's been here for a long time. It's just now really taken off, and it's not gonna stop, whether we like it or not. So, one other quick thing I was gonna mention has nothing to do with this, but I just want to say, and I forgot to mention from others, but March the 8th on a Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. we have Mike, I think his name was Bissell. I can't remember. I went blank on him. But anyway, he is going to be at the Creekside Community Center on a Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. So you have time to go to church, eat, take a little nap, and then come out there. Bring your families. It's going to be free, and it's for the whole family. And what it is he's the Branson's 2025 Comedian of the Year, and he also incorporates magic in that too. So bring your families. I'd encourage you. It's free for the community. So anyway, thank you all. I'll see you all next month.
Good deal. Thank you, David. Lynn, I guess we have a resolution.
Are we gonna wait until next month? Let him rewrite it?
Yep, table it till next week.
Table it tonight.
Table it for next.
Okay. All right, still with you then.
All right, my next one is resolution number 1347. A resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Harrison, Arkansas to negotiate and execute a lease agreement with Tillman Infrastructure LLC for certain real properties owned by the city of Harrison, Arkansas, and for other purposes. Wade, are you gonna discuss this?
Yes, we were approached by Tillman Infrastructure sometime back. They're interested in leasing a 75-foot by 75-foot space out by the fairgrounds. Should have been a map. It's actually, there's a few places in there. It's kind of to the east of the fairgrounds and north of the park there, tucked up in a wooded area. Proposed price is a little bit under 10,000 a year to lease that space. Still a long ways to go as far as whether it really comes to fruition. They've got to do some more studies and research, but they're wanting authorization for this lease from the council, and then they'll look into it further. And then if things work out, we'll actually sign a lease and generate a little bit of revenue off of some land that's not used. They still have to go through quite a bit of governmental requirements, including our own zoning code as well as other, but this is just the next step of where we're at in negotiations. Be happy to answer any questions.
What's the purpose of the lease? What is their business?
Cell tower. They build cell towers.
Cell towers.
And it says a portion, the parcel is 9.5 acres, but the description says a portion of the parcel.
Right.
So how much actual, like 100 feet
70 foot, 75 foot by 75 foot as far as what they're leasing, and then there's an easement to run fiber in.
So clarify again where this is gonna be sitting. As far as in your, you know, if you're standing at the fairgrounds or at Dairy Queen or some restaurant, where would you turn and see this?
If you were at the entrance to the fairgrounds, as far as when you're going in and paying your fee to go to the fair, it is going to be kind of behind you and to the left.
Okay, so you'll be able to see the tower partially from downtown.
Yes. Most likely.
Will it cast a shadow all over the university?
No, I don't think it'll be that broad of a tower. It is planned to be a monopole.
So the big benefit for the community is better cell reception in our town.
Improved cell service, and then we generate a little bit of money from it, that aren't using.
If we use the tower for anything else, sirens or alarms or,
Not that I'm aware of on this.
so they get access to it and they control it.
Right.
Can that be written into the agreement?
I can ask.
I'd like us to be able to access it for anything. Council approves as well.
You would like for us to be able to do what?
To access the tower, like if we wanted to put an emergency siren or, you know, anything on there, just, you know, they're using our land, it's their tower, but we should be able to see if we could put something on there.
Oh, is that common?
I don't know. Okay. We don't have that scenario here. We've got a lot of our stuff on a tower that we actually own or on our water claims. But I don't think it'd be hurtful to ask anyway.
Do we need to wait to approve this, or is that just an addendum?
I think that might be a little bit of enough of a change in discussions that maybe we wait a couple weeks, and I'll pose them the question and at least have an answer.
So then I'm gonna ask the council. Do you wish to wait and see that? Is it necessary that we do that?
I mean, is there a need for us to have something on that tower?
I don't know. I hate to say, hey, we wish we would have put, you know.
This clause in there to allow us to expand.
Immediate need, no. One of the towers that we do utilize is just off of Union Road in that same area. So if that reaches the end of its useful life and we need to look for a new location in the future, depending on final height of what they end up with and get approved for, it could be beneficial to us. I know when that would be.
They will not have the authority to put wind blades on the tower.
Those are prohibited in the city of Harrison by zoning code unless it is private use on a business or a person. But as far as industrial, no, not allowed.
Thank you, sir. Had to ask.
I appreciate that.
Okay, what are we gonna do?
I would defer to Chairman Cohn as to.
All right, if we want to pass it tonight, we'll need a motion to approve this ordinance.
So are you saying this, if they don't want us to have anything on their tower, you would not want to go forward with it?
No, I won't
No,
go
we
forward
would.
with it regardless.
Okay,
I think we need to do it to improve cell service. Being in the city limits, I would like for us to be able to access the tower if we had for some reason repeaters, and the two chiefs can answer this. We don't use anything like that anymore with coverage, or do we?
Yeah.
Would it aid us if we had it there?
On the road tower right now, so we're using, so at current time, no. But
I'm thinking if we were to ever have a storm, you know,
Right.
something got knocked out, we've got an option for plan B. You know, if we had to. Is it worthy?
My opinion, for what it's worth, I think we table this, I get that clarified, because I think that's a significant question to them that I may not get a quick answer on.
Mr. Cohn, I say we table it.
Okay,
Will do.
all right, you're still with us.
All right, my next one is ordinance number 1547. This is an ordinance that authorizes certain city employees to also contract with the city and work. This is something we do quite often to update this ordinance.
Okay. The ones we are adding. You,
Water and Sewer Construction hired Liz Milam, who is the wife of Joe Milam.
okay,
With Milam HVAC
Sure.
Refrigeration, and they do submit bids and quotes on projects when we put them out.
okay. That,
If I may, in addition, our city clerk was also added in
Yes.
that he does contract with various events as an entertainment provider.
okay, so we've got the two. Okay, do we have a motion?
Well, we have two possible conflicts of interest. On here, both, Mr. Larry Phillips and then maybe Ms. Hoffman because of,
Yes, we'll abstain.
Thanks.
Abstain.
so they'll have to abstain from discussion and from voting. But this time I make a motion, we suspend the rules and place ordinance 1547. Its first reading by title only.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Abstain.
Abstain.
Okay,
It's authorizing certain city employees and officials to contract with the city.
And I assume that this is a one read ordinance?
Yes.
Well,
okay. Good deal. Is that it for you, Wayne?
No,
You got one more?
I have the Historic District Commission, this is third reading. Yes,
Motion on that item of action was only for presentation by first reading. The council's not take action to either approve or deny that last motion on ordinance number 1547.
Do we need a motion?
motion to approve is what we need.
Motion to approve? Can I make it?
Yes.
second.
Okay, we have motion and a second to approve.
If we
Any-
could have clarification of motion to approve what, let's draw that out just a little
I
bit.
make motion to approve ordinance 1547. Authorizing certain city employees and officials to contract with the city.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you.
If we could pause and have an identification of any abstentions that may exist for the record.
Both members abstained.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Yeah.
I got the left ear and the right ear
Yeah.
abstained.
Okay, Wayne, we're back to you.
Are we okay? Okay. All right, my next one is the Historic District Commission ordinance number 1545. This will be for the third reading and adoption of it.
At this time, I'd make a motion that we suspend the rules and place ordinance 1545 on its third and final reading by title only.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay,
Ordinance number 1545, an ordinance establishing procedures for the protection and preservation of the character and properties within the historic, the Harrison Courthouse Square Historic District.
okay.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
ordinance 1545.
Motion and a second discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay,
Mayor, that's all I have tonight.
all right, Wayne, thank you. Citizen comments, James?
You have one from Liz Torgerson on the city police.
Okay, Liz.
I just wanted to say thank you to Police Chief. One, after the meeting of last week or 2 weeks ago,
I had asked if they could do a drive-by through the neighborhood because we've had so many looky-loo and possible nefarious people. And yes, we've seen vehicles at night, cars going by, we really appreciate that. The traffic has diminished from that. I also want to thank you for having a officer stationed or posted on our street. Actually today, I think they stopped two people speeding on Sherman, as well as watching that four-way stop at, Sherman and Eugene. They've busted people, stopped people from running the stop sign and everything. So I just wanted to say thank you and to your officers for doing, keeping us safe and keeping our neighborhood. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. We appreciate that. Mayor's comments, I have none. Vote and vote and vote.
Did you want, council comments?
I do have one comment. And Mickey, we would like to thank you for the job fair that you're gonna do. It's just an example
Yeah.
of all of these services our great college does for our community. And thank you very much.
Okay, we'll go to you, Wayne.
Let's go to the house.
All right, thank you all. Thank you. Yep, Steve, you were up there.
You did a great job.